Corvette Bloggers talking with Dave Tatman, the manager of the Bowling Green Assembly Plant. How you doing today, Dave?
I'm doing fine, Keith. How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Big day here at Corvette Assembly.
Absolutely. Well, we just went on the tour, and I got to tell you, the transformation we saw with the plant today as it was compared to when we last went through it about a year ago, it's completely different.
Good. I'm glad to hear you say that, because we worked hard to make it that way.
I mean, the floors are polished. It's brighter. The wider columns in terms of wider aisles to walk through. Kind of talk to us about, I know that during your off season, I guess, you did a lot of that. Can you go into that first?
Yeah, it was really important to us, Keith, that as we took the opportunity to transform the factory to build this iconic new C7, that we'd also would transform the culture by which we build that product. That while it's always been very special here in Bowling Green, I believe that the environment that we build the product in is very, very important as well. So we took the time to really update the plant, to clean out all the stuff that dated back to C4 days in many cases, to clean the factory of all that stuff and just create an environment that not only does the car deserve to get built in, but our customers deserve to see it in, and really fundamentally that the kind of environment our employees deserve to work in.
And so production started around August or so, sometime in August, and now you've got cars coming out. Talk to me a little bit about, I asked you a question earlier about the quality assessments. I know there's a lot of people that have questions about that. And particularly we see, why are some cars being held up and some cars seem to be going straight to the dealerships? That's
a great question. I really appreciate the opportunity to clarify this for our folks. Let me say first of all, Keith, that every Corvette, as it goes through the process, goes through a very exhaustive set of quality inspections and checks. I said to you earlier that our objective is to build quality in station, that the vehicle does not leave station without perfect quality. That's the norm. That's what we do. However, in a period of launch like we've been in now, we go through an even more exhaustive audit. So once the car is built, we actually capture an entire day's worth of production at a time. We call that a batch, and we hold that batch until we're confident that we've done enough audits of those vehicles to assure us that none of those vehicles exhibit any kind of characteristics that are of concern. Now, as I said, and as you mentioned, we started production of the car late in August. Fortunately, we're grateful. The car ramped up has ramped up to speed very nicely, very quickly. My shipyard holds 1,100 vehicles. We needed to pass a point in time that would allow us to ship to commerce. Now, what that ship to commerce meant was we were totally confident the vehicle was ready for the customers. Between the time that I started production and the time that I opened the ship to commerce valve, I built more cars than we could hold. Okay. So I needed space for cars. Now, for the first time in a long time, we're going to ship cars, we're going to ship Corvettes via rail. Now, I know there's some concern out there on the part of our customers, but I want to assure everyone that we've done a ton of testing and a ton of development and durability work to ensure that the Corvette is going to be safely and protected on the rail shipments. But the point of that is, the Nashville point for all these vehicles is a CSX distribution center. It's where we will ship cars to for rail distribution. They had space is what it was. I shipped cars down there to create space. Now, then we had the task of continuing our exhaustive quality audit process to ensure that the vehicle was of the quality to be able to ship. We did that with crews down in Nashville as well as crews here in Bowling Green. And as we prepared vehicles for ship, we were actually shipping them out of Nashville now. So while I appreciate all the concerns and all the consternation from all of our great customers, the fact is that Nashville was kind of like an extension of Bowling Green Shipyard.
So as the cars were only going to Nashville then for shipping purposes, or was there additional quality that was happening there?
we did the same additional work to those cars in Nashville that we were doing to our cars out here. That is that batch and hold process where we knew that we had an entire day's worth of production, and we're going through those cars car by car by car to ensure that the vehicle was ready for our customers. Because as you would guess, I mean, the process continues to mature, and you see issues that maybe weren't issues in earlier cars and we want to make sure we captured all of that so that no customer got a car that was anything less than what they deserved.
Right. Okay. So cars going to Nashville, they're getting checked out, and then they pass.
Absolutely.
Are they going out by Jack Cooper then? Are they going on rail, or
no? At this point, we're still shipping everything by Jack Cooper. So we're still shipping now. We're taking empty transport trucks into Nashville, just like an extension of our shipyard in Nashville to ship cars out of Nashville. And so there's been cars leaving from Nashville for, I don't know, 2 weeks.
Right. So now that the cars are shipping, we noticed that obviously you're putting these white covers on there.
Yeah.
And is that part of the reason why for rail as well? That it seems to be additional protection that's needed for rail?
No. we think that the car deserves additional protection. Most of our competitors have chosen to do that, and so we'd had this debate for some period of time in the Corvette team about doing it, and it seemed to make perfect sense that we would launch the C7 with a protective covering over it. So it's essentially kind of a Tyvek material. We did exhaustive testing. In fact, the internet group got all worked up because they saw vehicles going to different places in the country with these white covers on. They swore they were C7s. They were C6s. We're just doing testing, and so we've done a lot of work with that. Of course, this is now the sort of the acid test, because we got cars going all over the country now on transporters with the covers on them, and the feedback has been very, very good. So in the past, where we've had vehicles arrive, and of course we haven't hit the bad weather yet. We're still shipping in pretty good weather. So as we get into the salt in the winter season in many parts of the country, we're confident this cover is the right choice to make.
I heard you
regardless of truck or rail.
Right. Okay. I heard you once say that volume is a manufacturer's friend.
Yeah.
Now you're up to about 2,700, according to what I saw out there on the line.
In terms of produced?
Yeah. The VIN number. How many are you doing an hour, and what's your goal? What are you going to get up to?
Well, we're very close to where we want to be. Now, we don't typically talk about production quotas or anything in the public domain, but as I said earlier, this car has come up in a line rate function that I've been very, very proud of and very pleased with. The car is going together exceptionally well, and has, quite frankly, from the very beginning. Now, don't get me wrong, there are issues with the car, as there would be with any car, but they're issues that we're working through very rapidly. I mentioned earlier about our 24-hour response time, and we are very close to where I want us to be to say, well, as I said earlier, we're past launch, we're running.
Right.
So we're pretty happy.
And now you're getting ready to not only do the car for domestic consumption, but you're getting ready to do the coupe for
export,
Europe, for the Middle East. I guess it's going down to Mexico. And then also you've got the convertible
coming too.
So,
did you see any when you were out there today?
You know what? I thought I was looking for it, but
should have.
I guess I wasn't looking close enough.
Yeah, we're building a few this week as we continue our bucket build process. You're familiar with that, but we build cars in buckets. In this coupe, time, we build 50 at a time or 75 at a time, and that'd be all that was on the line in the entire factory. And so they'd work their way through the factory. Well, now we're just kind of sliding convertibles in as bucket build of convertibles happen, slide them into the line, and they're just part of the whole process.
Excellent. And now that you're building cars again, I mean, it seems like I said you were in the off season.
Jeez, it feels good, man.
Does it feel good?
Oh man, it's been a terrific period of anticipation, a terrific period of preparation. But I got to tell you, it feels good to build cars. And it feels good because, as I say to you all the time, we don't build cars, we build dreams.
Right.
And we're back to building dreams.
Well, Dave, thank you for your time. Congratulations.
My pleasure, Keith. Thanks for everything, man.
Launch. And, I know that with the announcement today that the plant tours are going to open up on October 14th, people will actually get in here now and see the quality and the work that you guys are doing, and
I appreciate that.
They're
Thanks.
in good hands.
CorvetteAssembly.com.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
Thanks,
you,
man.